horsepower featuring the best in the General Tire Monster Truck Thunder Drags. We are in Lima, Ohio on a soggy weekend to start the 2017 four-wheel Jamboree season. It's a new year and a new opportunity to crown champions of the four-wheel Jamboree Nationals. Welcome to the 5th season of All About Horsepower, my YouTube channel. I'm Dustin Parks, as you all know. We're here at the Allen County Fairgrounds once again for the O'Reilly Auto Parts four-wheel and off-road Jamboree Spring Nationals. And as you can hear in the background, the track crew is feverishly working to try to get this track in racing condition. Friday's weather is not looking too pretty at the moment, and Saturday is not looking any better. But they are still determined to get racing programs in this entire weekend. We have 6 trucks this year competing, and as we have seen in years past, new blood isn't always a bad thing. We have 2 new drivers here this weekend. We have one that's making a return and a few familiar faces. We are getting ready for Friday night action, and it is going to be a Penda-style track once again. That's something that the fans have always loved for years here at Lima, and it's going to be intense. We're going to get ready and give you the field of trucks that's going to be competing here, and we're going to be right back to start off the weekend coverage with Friday night racing. Let's meet our field of trucks. Dale Gerding is here and now carries the colors of the General Tire General. Making his four-wheel Jamboree debut, it's Paul Strong in Master of Disaster. Paul's teammate also debuting this weekend is Rettew in his Stinger Raptor. Fresh off an indoor championship, it's Doug Noelke back in the Tailgater. Back to defend his 2016 championship, it's Venom in Snakebite. And last, to defend his 2016 racing championship, it's Larry Swim in the Lucas Oil Bigfoot. We are fired up and we are ready to get racing. But we are going into Saturday's action. Friday night, rain came about hours before the first event, and guess what happened? The track was a quagmire. Rather than risk any kind of damage, officials decided, let's just postpone and go racing on Saturday. Unfortunately, the weather is still not looking great. But what we will do, let's look at the racing bracket and we'll show you where they drew for starting positions. Last year's racing champion and this year's Monster Nationals Freestyle champion will kick it off when Bigfoot takes on Tailgater. You also have the 2 creatures in Snakebite and Stinger facing off, and finally Master of Disaster will take on General Tire. Now keep in mind, with a 6-truck field, there will be a fast loser coming out of the first round. Alright, enough of this mumbo jumbo. Let's get racing. a couple of upsets in the first round as both Rettew and Strong both advance into the second round. Their rewards are Stinger is going to be taking on Larry Swim and Bigfoot, and meanwhile Strong and Master of Disaster takes on the fast loser, which happens to be Vinny, Venom, and Snakebite. That will be the first matchup of this round, so let's get right into the action. What a disappointing way for Paul Strong to end his first appearance at the four-wheel Jamboree. Let's look at the replay to see what happened. Neither driver really had an advantage off the line heading into the first hill, but Venom pours on the snake oil in no man's land. Meanwhile, Strong is trying to keep the truck straight. Approaching the final jump, we're slowing it down a little bit. He nosedives off the final jump. Right on the landing, you can see the spindle snaps right at the hub. He's trying to keep it straight, and luckily, thanks to the new tether system, that tire is not rolling away. It is staying right with the truck, but unfortunately, it looks like the crew is going to have a long night ahead of them trying to get the truck fixed. The Family Events track crew is pulling off Master of Disaster. Right beside the truck, you can see the newest team member, J.R. Seesaw, former driver of the Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Meanwhile, we're going to get back to action right after they get Master of Disaster off the track. How about that? It's very appropriate. The champions from last season and the original rivalry on the Jamboree circuit is going to go at it one more time in the final round, as Larry Swim and Bigfoot will take on Vinny, Venom, and Snakebite. However, there is a slight change to the schedule, and we're going to get into that here in a second. Here's Swim rolling out the Lucas Oil Bigfoot number 21. Vinny Venom is right behind him. But if you notice, the infield is saturated even worse than it was earlier. What happened was during the afternoon, another huge storm system rolled right over the Allen County Fairgrounds and completely drenched everything in sight. It was so bad the drivers actually had to be transported from the pit area to underneath the pavilion just to keep shelter. Everything literally was halted, and no on-track activity even occurred until about 3 o'clock, when the side-by-side shootout decided to start. So what did officials decide? They moved the finals of the afternoon show to evening. And let's not waste any time. It's Vinny Venom and Snakebite, Larry Swim and Bigfoot, the finals on Saturday afternoon. Let's get racing and determine the first winner of 2017. A muddy infield could not stop Larry's swim as he takes the opening round over Vinny Venom. That means he has a 40-point lead heading into Sunday's action. But right now, we've got a treat for you, a brand new segment here on All About Horsepower. How about we go for a little ride along?
The hands in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, boys.
Going. Yeah, buddy. Go on, go on. What? Oh, yeah.
Before we get back to the action, this is just a reminder that the Lucas Oil 4-Wheel Jamboree Nationals are put on by the Family Events Promotion Company. These jamborees offer a wide variety of entertainment and value for the 4x4 enthusiast and offer activities for every member of the family. Also, you can find great deals in the manufacturer's midway, ranging from anything from tires and wheels all the way up to exhaust and engine components. There's also many categories of show and shine, plus a burnout contest, mud racing, the Mickey Thompson Tough Truck Challenge, mud bogs, and the newly reformatted side-by-side shootout. to find out about the schedule of the Family Events Promotion Company, contact them on Facebook or find them on Twitter or online at familyevents.com. As we look ahead to Sunday's bracket, we have good news and we have bad news. The good news is there is not a rain shower for miles of the Allen County Fairgrounds. The sun is out and the fans are excited since they haven't seen sun pretty much all weekend. The bad news? The infield is still a quagmire, even worse than it was on Saturday. So let's go ahead and let's get into Sunday's action, starting with Bigfoot and Master of Disaster. To quote Casablanca, round up the usual suspects. The semifinals have all three heavy hitters ready to go at it. Doug Noelke will bring his tailgater to the line against Larry Swim and Bigfoot. Meanwhile, Zane Rettew, who again surprises in the first round, will take on Venom and Snakebite, who once again is your fast loser. Let's get into the Sunday semifinals. I guess in a way, this final is an episode of River Monsters, because in one lane you have Doug Noelke in the Tailgater, who is in his first final round since returning to the four-wheel Jamboree series last season, up against Venom in Snakebite, who had to go through the loser bracket. It's a rematch from round number 1, and one of these two swamp monsters is going to take it. It's the finals for Sunday afternoon. Giving a chomp to the fans and blowing a kiss to his lovely wife Brenda, Doug Noelke is your Sunday champion, moving him into 3rd place in the standings. Larry Swim still holds the advantage despite being tied with Vinny Venom, but the tiebreaker is the fact that he won on Saturday afternoon. Up next is the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania for another 3-round show. Until then, we will see you next time on All About Horsepower.